tonight at 7:30.
We're doing a glide reflection. Get your notes out. Max, you have paper note. Where's your note? Nope. I'm going tomorrow to the matinee.
Are you going to the 7:30 one?
No, the 2 o'clock.
They should give me like a whole gallery for Broadway. I'll just do all my schizo drawings and then I'll present them all.
Between the 2 o'clock one and the 7:30 one, you guys have a break or no? I'm gonna put it.
All right. 9-4, glide reflections, okay? Here's what happens with this. A glide reflection is what it sounds like. It glides to a new place, so it is a translation, right? That's a slide, fancy way of saying a slide. I'm not sure why they call it a glide here, but glide and slide are interchangeable, okay?
Every time you say glide, I think it's like a glider.
Yeah, sure. He's just translating to a new place, right? Followed by a reflection. I do, but I will give it to you later because we're going to take notes right now.
Yeah, add me on Fortnite.
All right. So a glide reflection. This is going to have... Now, think about this, okay? I told you this when we talked reflections and translations. It either has the same orientation or opposite orientation. Opposite, because why? Because it flipped, right? So this is going to have opposite orientation. In other words, if you name the first figure ABC and it's named clockwise, then A prime, B prime, C prime will be named counterclockwise, right? It's going to look like a different figure. It's going to go in the opposite direction. Max, will you put your iPad away? Forrest, will you put your iPad away?
Sure.
Isaiah, will you put your iPad away?
Yes.
All right, so from here then, we're going to graph a triangle, and we're going to do two things to it. So let's just start by plotting the triangle. Don't do the stuff yet, because I have more things to explain to you before we actually do it, okay? But let's just plot this triangle. R is at negative 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Okay? So here's your R.
Don't mark that?
Yes, mark that. I'm saying don't try to do the glide reflection yet. So that's R. S is at negative 2, 1, 2, 3. And T is at negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so plot that triangle.
Negative 2, 1, 2. I didn't get number 6 on the quiz.
The last one?
The reflection.
Second to last, like the first question.
You should have asked that.
We can go over it. I'll get them back to you probably on Monday. Maybe by the end of class, sure. Okay, so this one is doing two things now.
I'm sorry, I'm just like getting pretty mad.
Lock it up. You can do it.
It's gone forever, and I didn't buy it.
What is?
This little symbol right here, okay? This is new. Do you need to go elsewhere? Because you're being a real distraction right now. This little dot means the word after, okay? So here's what this is saying. If we were to write this out, this is a reflection, right? That capital R means a reflection over the line y equals 0. Okay, so this is what this is saying, that R, y equals 0. After, what is this saying? What's the capital T stand for?
Translation.
A translation.
Oh, translation. And then R stands for reflection.
A translation of 8 to the what?
To the 0.
What direction are you going 8?
Oh, to the...
Is that an O?
To the left.
To the right. 8 to the right.
I always thought it meant transition.
And 0 up and down.
Translation.
Okay, so now let's think about this. If I'm saying from this to do a reflection over the line y equals 0 after a translation of 8 to the right and 0 up and down, which one are you doing first?
8.
The 8, right? You're doing the translation first. Okay? So this comes first.
Wait, what?
This comes second. I have no idea why they write it this way. I don't know why they can't just put them in the order they come in.
So weird.
Mathematically speaking, I don't love it, but it's the way that it's done. So,
Wait, so you go 8 and then you flip it?
you go 8 first and then flip it. Okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this translation first. So translation of 8 to the right. If I start at S, you don't have to do the little bumps. I'm just doing it to show you where I'm at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the right. Don't call that S prime. Just call it S because it's not our final answer.
So you remember the last unit that we did, and you're like talking how we can use it. How can we use this one? Like,
How would you use a translation and a reflection? I mean, I think if you were like in a design type field, you would use stuff like this. If you were in, if you do like graphic arts type stuff, like on a computer, you'd use a lot of stuff like this. When else would you use something like this?
wait, yeah, why do we need something?
Wait.
Oh, why is that there?
Hold on now.
Sorry.
No. You just move all of them
The voice
to
just
the right.
distracts me for 1 second.
That makes
Better.
sense.
You need this part of it?
How did?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what other field you might do this in.
What if you want to be a math teacher?
You'll absolutely do it then. I've been doing it for 18 years.
Is that Dylan Twiggs?
Done a lot of this. Okay, anyway, so you're gonna translate each point.
That's his mom's name.
Okay, T goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So call this T,
Wait, why do we move 8 though?
because the translation is 8, 0. Okay, and then last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. This is not our final answer yet. You're going to have 3 triangles when you're done with these. If you want to draw the triangle in, draw the triangle in. Yeah, Matt. Yeah. Well, we will, but the prime is our final answer. Hey, no more voices. Any of you. So we shifted 8 to the right, which is what we did for the red one, but now we still have to reflect it over the line y equals 0. Okay, now, where is the line y equals 0?
Y horizontal
It's horizontal
on the.
at 0, so what is it?
Down. It goes
It's just
to the.
Our figure will flip down, yes. But what is the line y equals 0? It's the x-axis, right? The line y equals 0 is the x-axis, okay? So now you're going to take which figure, green or red?
red.
Red. You have to slide it first and then take the figure you slid and reflect that one. So right now my T is 1 above, so I'm going to go 1 below. What is that point?
T prime.
This is T prime. Okay. S is 1, 2, 3 above, so go 1, 2, 3 below. That's S prime. And then R is 1, 2, 3, 4 above, so 1, 2, 3, 4 below
And that's it?
is R prime. So your final answer
This is the easiest thing.
is
ever.
that purple triangle. Okay, so the most important thing is slide first and then flip it over. Okay? Okay, take a look at this one. We're not doing the Cupid shuffle right now, thank you. Look at this. Okay, tell me which part you're gonna do first.
The Charlie Brown.
Oh my gosh.
R or T? T first. This is going to go first, okay? Tell me where you're going to move. What is a -2 doing for you?
2 to the left and up 4.
2 to the left and up 4, okay? And then you're going to do this part second, and where is the line x equals -2?
So we graph.
We go.
It's what? Did you say something about this?
Left 2 times. Up.
You go
4
left.
times.
Well, that's, yes, for this part. I'm saying this now. Where is the line x equals -2?
Vertical on the
It's a
left side.
vertical line, right? So the line you're reflecting over is here, okay? I wouldn't draw that in yet. I'm going to have you try this one on your own. So plot these 3 points, A, B, C, then translate first, and then reflect over that line. See if you can do it. Go.
No, like the
She used to be
second
an
time.
artist that would sell
Because I
her
have it
stuff, and
on,
she got kicked out of shows.
I
and
have
stuff
it on
like that.
5, -1, so now it doesn't mean I go.
So it goes 2, from that 5, -1, it goes 2 to the left and 4 up, and that'll be B again.
It's on Instagram on her-
Don't call it B prime yet, because it's not your final answer. Okay, I'm gonna plot all of these. Just make sure your points are going in the same places as mine. So 1, 2, 3, -2, here's A. B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, that's B. C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So your original triangle should look like this. And here's the deal, guys. If you mess up on your original triangle, but you do the right slide and the right flip, I actually care more about that than if you do the right original triangle, but you slide and flip wrong. So it's not the end of the world if your first thing is not perfect. I would only take like a half a point off for that. If you can do the right slide and you can do the right flip, that's where most of the points lie. So from here, you went 2 to the left, so 1, 2, and then 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that would be A. B would be 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, and C would be 2 to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. So here's your new triangle before we have flipped. When we flip, we're flipping over x equals -2. That's the red line. So if you look, you are currently 1, 2, 3 to the right for your A. So go 1, 2, 3 to the left. That is A prime, okay? And I care about naming them. So don't just leave them as blank points. I want to know where was A, where was your new A, and where is your A prime? Where's your final answer? B is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. That's B prime. C was 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left is C prime. So by the time you're done with a glide reflection, this is what I want to see. I want to see the line that you flipped over. I want to see the first triangle, the second triangle, and the third triangle, okay? And I want you to label all your points, A, B, C, A prime, B prime, C prime. Questions on that? Okay. The things, I didn't take this 2 off. There shouldn't be a 2 here. A translation is the only thing that will keep its orientation, right? A reflection and a glide reflection will have opposite orientation. So go back up to that picture that we drew. Here's,
Glide instead of reflection.
no, because a glide would be a translation, right? Okay, if you look here at your original triangle, the blue one, if I name that, are my letters going clockwise or counterclockwise? If I just go in alphabetical order.
Clockwise.
Clockwise. This is clockwise, right? Now go to your final answer. Are they going clockwise or counterclockwise? Counterclockwise. Anytime there is a reflection involved, they should go in opposite directions like that, okay? If it's just a translation, they should go in the same direction. So that's kind of how you can check your work on these.
Why are we putting the arrows to show like the turning? What is that for?
Just, that's this, right? What's their orientation? If it's a translation, if it slides, that doesn't change, right? Clockwise is still clockwise. But if it reflects anywhere, now when you name it, they should go in opposite directions. That's kind of how you can check, like, did I actually do a reflection? Are my letters going in the opposite direction when I name them? Okay. No. It's just for you to check it. Like, it's just for you to be like, okay, yeah, I know I did it right because I got opposite orientation here.
What's the number 2 for?
Number 2, we didn't do rotations. That should have been a rotation, but we're not doing rotations, so you can just ditch it.
Or 2?
All right, we have one more thing, dilations.